In today's video, we're going to show you what we did in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. We absolutely had a blast. We're going to highlight a few of the attractions we went to, the Kettle camp where we stayed, the Blue Springs and Gardens, a natural spring, the Onyx Cave where we did a little cave exploring, and Passions of the Christ, a theater. Kettle Campground had all the necessities that you'd need to have an enjoyable stay. Our campsite was pretty small and there were lots of trees in the campsite, so it was hard to deal with when trying to back in, but we made it with no problems. We also met some real nice people and enjoyed a fish fry from the fish they caught earlier in the day. They took a guided trip out. Lots of open campsites made for a real quiet campground, which we had nothing to complain about. If you're looking for a place to stay in Eureka Springs, and especially if you have a smaller camper, I would highly recommend it. We went to the Onyx Cave Park. When we got there, it was 90 degrees outside in the parking lot. By the time we walked down the stairs, it was 56 degrees. You get to go on an audio tour at your own pace. It's very nice. After we've been down there 10 or 15 minutes, it got quite chilly. At one time, the cave was a fallout shelter, and they stored supplies and food and water in there till they realized that the air circulated in, and that would allow radioactivity to blow in. There's also a Boy Scout cave where the Boy Scouts used to go cave exploring. The parents shut that down a few years later. In the gift shop, you can buy these bags of rocks. You can get gems, you can get artifacts, you can get arrowheads, and then you take those and you run them through the screens, and you find some rocks or whatever it is. It's quite fun, especially if you have kids and a family. It would just be a blast. We had a fun time, and we're adults. So anyway, if you get a chance, spend a few bucks, get some rocks, and get to take some souvenirs home. When we were all done, we had a box of rocks that we got to take back. Well, I guess not a box of rocks, it's really a bag of rocks and artifacts we got to take back to the grandkids and let them take a look at it. Hopefully, they'll get down here and we get to We ate at the Horseshoe Grill. We highly recommend it. Burgers and steaks. Go there if you get a chance. Some businesses have strange names, like Quicker Liquors. And here, on the other side of the road, we have Booze Brothers Liquors. What the... Coming up is Hart's Groceries, a nice little grocery store. We did all of our grocery shopping there when we were in town. Coming up is the Onyx Cave billboard sign. That's the one we showed you earlier in the video. We're also coming up to downtown. It has a bunch of shops, specialty boutiques, touristry items, lots of one-of-a-kind items. Parking is real tough. We're here early in the morning before the shops opened up. We came down here to eat breakfast. We also went to the Great Passion Play. We didn't get to see the play because that day that was one of their days off, but there are still many things to do, including Christ of the Ozarks, a great big white statue, huge, you'll see it later, 18 miles of bike trails, a Bible museum, a piece of the Berlin Wall, and Noah's Ark Petting Zoo. Noah's Ark Petting Zoo is primarily for kids, but it was kind of fun. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video. One thing I'll warn you about, the roads down the Ozark Mountains where we were at are twisty, turny, curvy, and lots of blind turns when you go into it, as you'll see. Here you had a 3 S-curves, and it's like this all the time. Here we're not pulling our trailer, but when we pull our trailer, it was challenging, especially with no shoulder on the side. We did stop at a vineyard to do some wine testing, but unfortunately they were closed that day. We were there on a Wednesday, and they were closed on Wednesday and Thursday. Coming up is a suspension bridge. I've never driven on one before, and I didn't get a chance to take my trailer across it, but I'll tell you what, taking my Dodge truck across it was kind of spooky, to say the least. We found a real nice campsite at Beaver Park on Table Lock Lake. They had all sorts of campsites that were right down to the river, or to the water's edge. And they also had a really nice swimming beach. A one-lane suspension bridge, and let me tell you, it was spooky. Blue Spring and the Heritage Center has over a mile of winding trails with plants, flowers, healing herbs. It's just absolutely beautiful. And the Blue Spring produces over 38 million gallons of water each and every day. That's just absolutely amazing. They also have traced some of the water comes from the Pacific Northwest of the United States. Anyway, enjoy. Here is the spring. They built a wall around it and made it pretty. Here's where the 38 million gallons of water begins. There's a 38 million gallons of water each day rushing over the spillway for the dam. Well, hope you enjoyed our video. I want to thank you for watching, and we'd appreciate it a thumbs up if you think it would deserved it. And if you really want to support us, you can go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Again, thanks everybody.